I know, but it's only best to get in quickly.
This takes 10 minutes off my sweet, don't you? Yeah. See, by showing you can do it. So you can't keep
All right, we're about ready to lift off. How fun is it wearing a mask when it's this hot?
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from a nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Oh, you got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles now, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and we see. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Some of the folks might be a little smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. As the years go by, our friendship will never die. Gonna see it's our destiny.
Yeah, I know.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
All right. Very big good afternoon, very hot afternoon, and welcome everyone along to Immerse out here in the Yarra Valley. My name is Nat Sproul. I'm an authorised celebrant. I'm going to do the storytelling and the marrying for these two this afternoon. I'm pretty happy about it. We'd like to thank you for coming along to witness them stepping off the edge this afternoon. After several happy years together, they are locking it down and making it official in front of all their favourite people, or almost all their favourite people. So supporting Vic today are sister Emma, Bonnie and Jessica. Vic was walked down the aisle today by her brother-in-law Paul, the only one of her sister's boyfriends that she ever approved of. Probably because he's the only person who ever shared her love for Slipknot. In lieu of her mum and dad not being here today, Paul was the only man for the job. Emma and Paul have always been Vic's number one supporters in life. They looked after her, they gave her a place to stay when she first came to Australia, and Vic's fondest memory of them will always be when Emma was in labour. She and Paul used the gas and air and were twerking to Miley Cyrus. It is fair to say that Emma did not find it as funny as they did. Bonnie is of course Aaron's sister. She and her sisters look after Vic when the prince has to run away and play army. They tease him relentlessly. Vic's favourite memory of Bonnie and Aaron involves a merry game of beer pong and a video that's still available this day with something about Bonnie eat the carrot Bonnie. Over on Team Aaron, we have Simon, Ben and Chris. Simon and Aaron like to reminisce each other's crazy ex-girlfriends and appreciate how good they've got it now. Aaron was Simon's best man, and Simon and Marissa's wedding was the warm-up party for Richmond winning the 2017 Grand Final. That day, Simon and John gave a jubilant Aaron a Dustin Martin haircut and some matching Sharpie tattoos. Ben is Aaron's oldest friend, having met in year 3 when Ben invited him to play soccer at lunchtime. Aaron's still certain that Ben did this because he was struggling to adjust to a new school, but Ben says it's because their teacher made him. There's been lots of soccer, rivalry, and some fights which Aaron claims he won. There are many tall stories of their high school adventures, and to this day they speak to each other almost daily in their esports club called Xbox Boyos. Now Chris, Aaron and the entire army crew are a close-knit bunch. They love a good time. Chris and Aaron work as army truckies together. They've worked on quite a few, on Talisman Sabre, ex-Talisman Sabre, Operation Bushfire. They've done all these things together. Vic once commented, "The army crew is very easy to spot in a crowd." Right? People who like to sleep in the dirt, rain and cold, get woken up by gunfire at 4 a.m, and eat, sleep and shit in the same hole. Aaron wants to point out that in actual fact all these three things happen in different holes, but they do in fact share them. Also need to shout out to Vic's Australian family, the Coffee Club crew. So many stereosonic weekenders have been had. These guys have always been Vic's champions and have fought to #keep Vic in Oz. The Dive Club crew, who do very dangerous things together, dived their way up and down the East Coast, had some wild nights. None of the stories suitable for a wedding. Ask them later about their trip to Jarvis Bay for King and Vic's birthday party. Something to do with op shop dress-ups and lots of Asian rice wine. Then there's the leisure centre crew, Aaron's workmates, people he spends more time with than with his own family. Some tough times had definitely in the last couple of years, but they've come through it. All the weddings, the Christmas parties, the long lunches and the ARV conferences where they can let their hair down are the best of times. So never have we been more grateful for being able to do this, right? Never have we been so aware of how lucky we are to gather like this. So we want to give a shout out to some people who've made the journey from outside Victoria to be here today. In particular, Remy and Sarah from Canberra. Also, yeah, I think that's fair. Big hello to Vic's parents, Janice and Alex, who are watching via live stream. Let's give them a wave. They took Vic on European holidays every year, including a holiday in Turkey when she was 14. It was there that she learnt to scuba dive, which is something that gave her something to bond with Aaron with years later. So it's, they kind of helped the process a little bit. So can I just say, made it, right? After all the bumpy paths we've been through, we're back. The dance floor is back tonight, and you better make use of it because I don't know how long it's going to stay for. We expect everyone to have a good time and really enjoy themselves. Now, Vic and Aaron would like to thank their families for their love, support and guidance along the way. They couldn't have made it this far without you. Parents have also thrown down some pretty tidy precedents themselves in this marriage game. They're excellent role models. But you can't say otherwise. Family are really important to them, and they hold their memories of their family and growing up very close. Now, being a modern couple, Vic and Aaron have lived together for some time now, and they are best friends. They share this pup named Pepper, cupboards full of Aaron's old clothes, a kitchen full of Vic's homewares, and a garage full of bikes, gym equipment and dive gear. They also do technically share a theatre room, despite fighting endlessly over the remote. Most of all, though, they share love for each other and a common sense of mutual respect and teamwork and the idea of living life to its fullest. Marriage to them just formalises the commitment that they've already made to each other. It means sharing life's adventures together, facing the highs and lows as a team, being best friends and encouraging each other in whatever it is that they pursue. It's about pancakes on Sunday mornings, making a coffee for each other and having it in the sun. It's about debating over who picks dinner for the night, who does the dishes, and it's about raising their fur baby together. Aaron says that marriage is an ultra marathon, not a sprint. There will be uphill sections where you have to dig deep and stay strong, and downhill sections where you can catch your breath and enjoy the ride. Marriage in the end will be about being able to look back and seeing where you've been together, what you've achieved and what you're proud of. It's about leaving a legacy for the rest of your family to carry on when you're gone. In the last 2 years of life, it was all about teaming up and supporting each other through daily press conferences, planning a wedding during a pandemic, navigating all those isolation rules and being locked down for 267 odd days. They never killed each other in the process. A successful marriage, they say, takes working together to accomplish their goals and aspirations. It's about communication and compromise and sometimes just doing things not for yourself, but for the sake and benefit of the other person. It's about agreeing to disagree and moving forward, accepting faults and shortcomings and loving that person just the same because your partner also accepts yours. Respecting dreams and aspirations, even when they don't match your own. Being open to new ideas and trying new things. Recognising feelings and emotions and supporting each other through them. Knowing your teammate well, knowing when they need a cuddle and when to just let them be. Marking out time in the calendar for quality time. Putting the dishes in the dishwasher and not next to it. In the future, they're firstly looking forward to a honeymoon somewhere, anywhere, outside of the house, outside of Melbourne. Completing their reno projects, maybe a bigger house or a holiday house in the mountains, and definitely more dogs. Pepper, you didn't even respond. More dogs. No. They're excited to go back overseas together at some point and enjoy some holidays in the snow and the sun. Want to go to Canada, go to Disney World, and one day they want to have a little family of their own. I'm now going to ask Marley up to do a little reading. I just realised it's on the other side of the stage. Hang on. I changed my spot.
Maybe we are supposed to meet the wrong people before we meet the right one, so when they finally arrive, we are truly grateful for the gift we've been given. Maybe it's true that we don't know what we've lost until we lose it, but it is also true that we don't know what we're missing until it arrives. Maybe the happiest of people don't have the best of everything, but make the best of everything that comes their way. Maybe the best kind of love is the kind when you sit on the sofa together, not saying a word and walk away feeling like it was the best conversation you ever had. Maybe once in a lifetime, you find someone who not only touches your heart, but also your soul. Someone who loves you for who you are and not what you could be. Maybe the art of true love is not about finding the perfect person, but about seeing an imperfect person perfectly. Thank you.
All right, so now for a little bit of history, the story of Aaron and Vic. Most couples these days, they meet through friends or colleagues, but you lot were also unhelpful in that regard. They had to resort to the modern method of internet dating to find each other. So it was in August 2015 that their paths first crossed on good old Tinder. Vic remembers Aaron's profile picture being of him and 3 girls, which he says clearly made him a ladies' man. He remembers that Vic was rocking a blonde emo vibe. You remember that too, right? First impressions, Vic liked that they had things in common, something she hadn't come across previously. Both Richmond supporters, both scuba divers, both loved a beer. Tick. Aaron, when I asked him, said, "You mean Vic, the ice queen?" Then redeemed himself very quickly to say she was very sweet and seemed genuinely interested in him and who he was. She was funny and easy to talk to. They texted random stuff back and forth to each other for hours. First proper date was to strike bowling at High Point. Fancy? Bougie as. Aaron told Vic at that time for every strike he made, he got a kiss. Yeah, that pause was on purpose, you deserve that. It was fun, they chatted easily. No surprises, but Aaron's strike rate has never been so good. Vic knows that she was clearly hustled, by the way. Not long after, they went to the drive-in to see Hunger Games. Aaron borrowed Ben's ute, threw a mattress and a picnic basket in the tray, and off they went to have a cuddle under the stars in Coburg. Aaron was outstanding company. Fell asleep during the movie. Apparently it was because it wasn't Bond. Regardless, from that point on, they were a legit couple, and during their many years since, they've had some great times and they've made some beautiful memories together. Their first double date with Aaron, Simon, and his then girlfriend, now wife Marissa. Vic was very excited by the talk of their new Dyson vacuum cleaner. So Simon and Marissa decided from then on that Aaron should keep Vic in his life. Vic learning to snowboard at Falls Creek was a time. She kept crashing on the cat trails on the home run, was not having a very good time at all. So Aaron marches up the hill to where she was, chucks her on the snowboard in front of him. She's standing between his legs, snowboard's on the back, she's holding on to him. He cruised down the trail into the village with a grown adult clinging to him, screaming her head off the whole way. Had he actually retained his hearing, it would have been quite sweet. Aaron's Back to the Future themed 27th birthday party back in 2015. He invited Vic to go meet everyone. She was not quite ready for that baptism by fire. She did, however, help him set it up, prompting his family to think, he's really turned over a new leaf, he's really organised, got it together. It's come a long way in adult life, only to find out later, of course, it was Vic. In 2018, they went to Thailand and enjoyed getting sunburnt by the pool, unlimited food and drinks, and swimming in the river with elephants. Diving with the RMIT Dive Club. I think there's a lot of you here today. No? Yeah. Exploring the underwater world, wrestling sharks up and down the east coast of Australia, sitting around the campfire, drinking and telling tall tales into the night. Theirs is an active life. Snowboarding, scuba diving, walking the dog. Vic loves cooking. Aaron is a very grateful recipient of Vic's cooking. They love hanging out together in their theatre room with a bottle of wine or 3. Just simple things. So Aaron had a fair idea that Vic was keen on him when one day she called him out of the blue and said that she's going to drop in and say hello. Apparently she was on a run, 8 kilometres from her house. So 16-kilometre round trip, obviously keen. It's fair to say he's never seen this escapade repeated either, ever since. Vic knew that it was something pretty serious when she went to Aaron's upset that her lease was up and her housemate was going to move out. Aaron invited Vic to move in with him. He'd already made space in his tiny wardrobe of his one-bed bachelor pad for her things. Vic loves his patience and his perseverance, the way that he lives life on the edge, his ability to calm her down and also stir her up when he needs to. She loves that he never lets a truth get in the way of a good yarn, apparently something he learnt from his dad. Aaron loves that Vic always looks after him. She always recognises when he's under pressure and senses what it is that he needs. Sometimes it's being left alone, sometimes it's a cup of tea, sometimes it's a cuddle on the couch. On the whole, they get along like a house on fire, but there are things that they've had to get used to about each other, like we all do in relationships. Aaron leaves dirty clothes everywhere. Vic leaves hair and little bits of rubbish everywhere. Aaron, still to this day, has never thrown out a t-shirt since he was a kid. So there is literally boxes of these things. They're in the wardrobe, they're in the garage, and there's a steady incoming stream from his parents. Vic leaves her keys on the bench every day. Aaron passively, aggressively returns them to the bowl near the door, and then she gets cranky because she can't find her keys. They also don't always agree on what to watch on TV, so it's a happy coincidence that they have two of them. They've embraced it all though, the good, the bad and the annoying, and they're in it for the long run. So they're both big Richmond fans. Aaron can thank Vic's brother-in-law Paul for that. When Vic moved to Australia, he told her she had to back the Tigers. And that's worked out very well for Aaron. He reckons that Vic's kind of been a good luck charm for them because they've had an absolute belter ever since they got together. They couldn't be more different though in their taste for TV. Vic loves her murder and her religious occult docos, her drag queens, Gossip Girl, and a whole lot of what Aaron calls crap. He has a much more refined palate, he says. He likes intelligent shows like Rick and Morty, Star Wars and Star Trek. They have managed to find some middle ground though, with some Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Lord of the Rings, bit of Harry Potter. In November 2020, just post-lockdown 327 probably, they booked a weekend away at Phillip Island, their first chance to get out of the house and get away from work for some time. They booked a dog-friendly Airbnb, spent the first day walking on the beach, drinking wine by the fireplace at night, and planning to nab one of the town's limited bookings for dinner. The next morning, sun's shining, they plan to head to Smith's Beach to spend the afternoon soaking up the sun with Pepper. Vic was less than enthused, however, when Aaron decided to take his new toy drone. They sat in the sun with their picnic and their tunes. Aaron's playing with the features on his drones. He's getting some good shots of them sitting there on the beach. Suggests they run and dance towards the water and he'll get it on the drone. Vic's like, I've got to go to the toilet. On the way back, she sees 3 dead seals. Races back to tell him all about it. He's not interested. It's all about the drone. So he plans their running to the water shot again, sets the drone to rotate around, filming, and then he drops a knee. Big cheer from everyone on the beach. Needless to say, Vic did not think his drone was that stupid after that. So it was the 21st of November 2020. They were engaged. All right, you ready to lock this down? I, Natalie Sproul, am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you're joined in marriage in my presence and the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you're about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is a union of 2 people to the exclusion of all others voluntarily entered into for life. Now, these guys are going to start their big vows today with some ninja vows. If you are unfamiliar with those, can I just get you to hold that for a sec? Thank you. They've written each other 3 non-legally binding, light-hearted promises. It's a surprise. Aaron's written them for Vic, vice versa. They're going to read them out.
This is the first time I'm looking at these. I promise to let you watch more Disney movies whenever you want. I promise to put my clothes in the washing basket and not next to the washing basket. and I promise to let you put the Christmas decorations up as early as you like.
Oh no. There's 4 on here.
Pick the best 3.
I promise to stop bringing home random Tupperware, cutlery, and candles and ruining the organised collections. I promise to dance with Darren whenever he ends up in town. I promise to keep every lockdown with you more exciting and entertaining than the last. And I promise to never stop making pancakes and sharing them with you on a Sunday morning.
I ask everybody here to witness that I, Aaron Edward John Holman, take you, Victoria Jane Hamilton, to be my lawful wedded wife. Vic, you came to my life when I needed it most, and filled a missing part of my soul. I'll spend the rest of my life repaying this gift that you've given to me. For this, I promise you adventure wherever we can find it, loyalty in all circumstances, protection from the world and its challenges, and honesty in difficult situations, and secrets for only us to share. I promise dedication to our goals and aspirations, and commitment to a life filled with laughter, friendship, family, and joy. Most of all, I promise you love, until the end of my days and forever after.
Right. He can have a clap for that, I think. That's it. Vic's like, I should have gone first, right?
I call on the people here to witness that I, Victoria Jane Hamilton, take you, Aaron Edward John Holman, to be my lawfully wedded husband. Aaron, you are my calming centre in the chaos of life, and I believe there is no challenge that we can't overcome together. I promise to support and encourage you, listen to you even when I'm being irrational, celebrate all the Tigers' wins with you, and comfort you when they lose. I promise to let you play golf on the weekends and try to understand the difference between a birdie and an eagle. I'm excited for us to go through this journey as husband and wife and raise siblings for Pepper, both human and canine. Aaron Edward John Holman, you are my favourite.
How's the bells? All right, these guys are going to seal those vows in that little box if we bring them over. They've bought a really nice bottle of wine, and Aaron's taken pains to tell me how much effort he went to stain that box from Dan Murphy's there. Just take that. The idea with this is that they pop them in the box with the bottle of wine, seal it up, and they open it on an anniversary. So it's traditionally the 5th or the 10th, but they say if they run into trouble, they're having a rough time before then, that they open it up, they share the bottle of wine, they read their vows, and they remember what it's all about. All right. Pop them in. Yeah. Yeah. Put them in. Let's hope your marriage gets better with every year, like really good bottle of wine. All right, we can have some rings. It's your big moment. Yeah, I know. He's got one job. He has.
One job.
Thanks, Marissa.
Vic, take this ring as a symbol of my commitment to you and the love that we share.
Aaron, take this ring as a symbol of my commitment to you and the love we share.
So I know that means right. Vic and Aaron, you've declared before me and your friends and family that you'll love and support each other for all the days of your marriage. You've made some promises symbolised by the giving and receiving of rings, and it's now with enormous pleasure that I declare you completely married, husband and So it's around about that time that we welcome this box fresh couple, married couple up the aisle. If you have got some rose petals, does everyone have some? Best thing with those kinds is to empty the petals out into your hand, because otherwise they're just kind of on the ground. We want to get some loft on them, so throw them up, not at their faces. Want to get them up nice and high. We can get that jubilant shot going through. Got the flowers. We're all ready to go. They're going to sign their documents after the ceremony today. In the meantime, you can all head over to the courtyard area where the bar will be open. There'll be canapes coming around, guaranteed a good time over there. Oh, actually, we're doing the group photo? Okay. Disregard that. Group photo happening just there. Head that way. Okay. Yeah, I've totally given you a bum steer. Just over there, straight there for the group photo. They will sign their documents and then they'll pop in and join you at the last minute. Then we'll open the bar. See how we did that? We withhold the drinks until we get the photo. All right, are we ready to welcome these newlyweds? Let's all be upstanding. Please join me in congratulating the newest newlyweds on the block, Mr. and Mrs. Holman!
How much is that first cold beer going to take?
Yeah. And in between up the Tice.
I know, was it? Not in the car.